as I've gotten older, obviously more bills have came about.
Yeah.
But I've become shittier at saving.
Doing summer and summer fun.
It's not fun.
It's not fun when you don't properly prepare for it, and we did not properly prepare for it this year. We wanted to participate for hot boy summer, and we did. If you're any minors in here, do not get older.
Wait, no, get older and have a very long longevity life.
Grow wise, please. Grow wise. Just learn.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to say.
Learn from our mistakes is what I'm saying.
Don't get older.
Christ,
Don't
dude.
get older.
It's a fucking trap.
Stop at
bro.
like 18. Yeah. No?
No.
That's what he goes. No, he's like, what?
The fuck is he, Wario?
Mario gets his cheeks clapped, dude. He looked like he gets a booty clap.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it does. By Waluigi.
Yeah, Waluigi for sure clap him.
Oh, by Waluigi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waluigi looks more of like a bottom than any of the other
No,
ones.
hell no.
That's why. That's the kicker. You think Wario being super like angry and like nah, would be the top, but that's the
How does he do it?
That's the towel. That's the give. Or that's where you're like, oh. Face down, ass up is the way you like to have fun, huh, dirty boy? And then he's just like, a little fart comes out.
Okay.
He just
Luigi the bottom first. Right?
Wario's the bottom.
No, but I'm saying Luigi.
Oh, Luigi.
No, Luigi's a cuck. Yeah, he watches his brother smash the shit out of all the princesses.
Yeah.
Like the most he gets is like a little nipple pinch off of like what's her name? Daisy, but that's it.
He goes and grabs some cups of water.
Yeah, like he touches her nipple and like she's just like gagging the shit out of like Mario's dick. Yeah.
All right, welcome to the podcast. We have to clap. 3, 2, 1, and clap. All right, welcome to the podcast.
We are on episode 61. Yeah, I forgot to say that we were on 60 last week. We didn't acknowledge it, but whatever. Yeah, 61. My name is Richard. I'm host today for Worth. And then that's Lee. And that's Steve/Andrew B. For whoever's first time hearing us, you know.
/ his boyfriend. / the husbando.
They're so gay.
Oh.
Leaking it onto this, Lee.
This is one-sided thing that I'm...
It's not one-sided.
No.
No, it's not one-sided. Lee?
No.
Okay, just because you're jelly.
Oh, no, I don't know. I was just saying no. It could be a no, it's not one-sided. No, it is one-sided. You take it how you want. Just like how... Ooh, I don't know who would be the bottom in this situation.
Okay.
We take turns roughhousing.
Fuck that. Boys will be boys.
You guys heard of the Ratty Rough Boys, but have you heard of the Bussy Buff Boys? There you go. It's like, where am I going to go with that one?
I don't know. I wish you didn't.
The Buff Bussy Boys.
I don't like this. Never mind. I take back everything I said.
The Buff Bussy Boys.
Oh my god.
The Buff Bussy Boys.
Oh my god. All right.
The BBB.
Really quick before we keep going, for anybody that doesn't know, follow us on TikTok. We now have our podcast on TikTok. So yeah, I don't know if you're scrolling through randomly and you're just like, I wanna listen to the whole thing. There's like a little link on the bottom. Click that. And yeah, thank you guys for the support in general. Like, we're finally actually posting on that page. So
Oh my god. Is TikTok gonna be okay with me smoking weed?
yeah, they don't see it.
Oh.
It's all audio.
Ha! You.
Unless they do see.
Well, the only thing you see is like the clips, the little actual video that I upload.
Yeah.
Oh, TikTok will never see this. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
Wow. I honestly don't have much to talk about today. I have one thing, but I was just like, I don't think that's a thing that we could start with. But I was just like, fuck it. I was listening to, you know who Doctor Mike is?
Disrespect is, huh?
Dr. Mike?
Doctor Disrespect's a cuck too, I think. Oh wait, no, he's not.
No, he's not. That's a man.
He's a cheater.
That's what he is.
I take back my comment. I was like, he's a man. Like, he's a cheater. I was like, never mind.
He's a cheater.
Doctor who?
Dr. Mike.
Richard? Dr. Mike? Is that the guy that does therapy shit for the streamers?
No, that's
The
Dr.
YouTube guy?
That's Dr. K.
That's who it. Oh, Doctor. Yeah, it is Dr. K. I think you're right.
I don't know.
No. So who's Dr. Mike? Is it the situation?
Huh?
Mike, the situation.
Oh my god. Are you really making... For the ones who don't know, off the pod,
I don't think anyone would know.
Yeah, Lee's rewatching Jersey Shore. So if you hear any comments that are related to Jersey Shore, we apologize.
Go to the Jersey Shore, bitch.
I still never
So
watched it.
Doctor, that's
And
crazy.
That is weird.
That's crazy.
I
Well,
thought
he
you-
doesn't
I
watch.
thought
He
you
doesn't
liked
watch
trash
TV.
TV.
I don't watch
No.
Yeah, but I
TV
thought
in
he
general for the most
But
part.
I thought he liked trash TV, so that's why I figured like, oh,
No,
oh.
he just likes trash shit, but he doesn't like.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say
if
he
it's
liked
on YouTube.
He liked that one show we watched, so I think Richard
Oh.
would like trash TV.
What the fuck was it called?
I don't remember the name. If he does. I don't think it's not. Wait, did we watch 90 Day Fiance? I watched like I
No.
think like
No,
two-
I watched 90 Day Fiance by myself.
I thought we watched a couple episodes together. Like,
No, we were
the first
watching-
time we were there
Fuck,
in
the one-
Vegas.
The one we were watching is Ultimatum.
The Ultimatum. The
Oh,
Ultimatum.
the Ultimatum, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like that one was more like a game show than it was actual. Just,
No, it's considered trash TV.
I'm sure it
That's
is.
pretty trash.
Any reality TV like that is trash
It was
TV.
like a
I
little
don't even
contest,
consider it
you
a
know?
game show because the game show there has like, you
There's a
know,
prize?
an overall winner, yeah, and a prize. These people just have to fall in love. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know. That had
There's no money involved.
that was more interesting to me than just seeing a bunch of dumbasses just run around on camera. I don't know.
They've made pretty good lives out of themselves.
I mean, good for them, but at the time they were. You can't.
Oh
there
yeah,
and
they're
be
just
like,
stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, JWoww was peeing behind the bar.
My friends, whenever because on Discord you can put notes on voice channels now, like for that moment, or for I don't know how long they stick, but every now and then when we're watching a Jersey Shore, he'll put like a note or something. I think one of the last ones was, I don't know if the last one was him or Brian, but I think the last one was I Love Italiana because they're in Italy now. I think it's season 4. We're on season 4.
Yeah.
But the one before that, I sent him like
That season's so annoying. That's probably like one of like the most boring seasons.
I think the season before was a bit more boring. Not like, and I don't even think it was like boring.
The one where
you know,
Sammy
it
leaves?
was- Yeah. I don't think that one was boring. It's just like
That one was
It's
just
just
too real.
yeah, it's really real, and it was getting sad. So that's why it was just
Yeah.
kind of like I'm not really having fun. I'm just feeling bad.
Yeah, like you watch because you don't know Rich, and obviously the people who haven't watched it wouldn't know. One of the characters, or one of the I wouldn't say actors, one of the stars in the show, she's getting like sick emotionally abused to the point where like it's just like people are like should we even have this on TV? Like, is this okay?
Yeah.
Like producers got in during like some of the like the fights, and there's like, hey, are you guys okay? Like, is like what's going on? Like blah 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 type of thing. Where it got really really real, and it's like she just unfortunately she couldn't handle it anymore, and it's with her partner, her ex-partner at the time of the show. And he's just very mentally abusive, and like you could see her mental like strain just kind of like drop, and she's just like getting like it's just getting sadder and sadder as it goes, and then like the fights are getting worse and worse. It's really fucked up. Like her entire.
It's the first time they've had someone leave the show in the middle, but like for the purpose of coming back, they've had somebody leave, but that's like whatever. But
Angelina.
Yeah, but it was just a lot of shit. But I sent my friend a message. That was my point of pulling up my Discord. I was like, what did I send him? We send each other gifts of like just Jersey Shore gifts. and I think it must have been on text, but I saw where it was one of the characters. Her name is Dina, and she's like on the table, and she's like, "I miss my meatball," because they call like two of the characters call each other their meatballs because they're
Snooki.
short. So yeah, Snooki and Dina, and I told him, I sent that to him because I think it was he was working at the time. So then he's when I got on, he put on the note like, me and my meatball, or waiting for my meatball, or something like that. I was like, aha, yeah, that's cute.
It sounds as corny because you don't know what he's talking about. So yeah,
but it's cute. It's cute. But yeah, you can put little notes on the top, so every now and then we'll be putting notes or something on the thing pertaining to the show. Brian's server name is what is it? The Staten Island Dump, Staten Island Cum Dump, something like that.
Jesus,
what the fuck?
That was a joke that that's what they were saying. Oh, Angelina did. Oh, now his new name is Ron Did Nothing Wrong.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it.
That's the abuse. That's the mental abuse.
Okay.
The funniest episode is when when Snooki like goes out by herself and she gets like trash drunk and she gets arrested at the beach.
Oh yeah, we watched that.
That's the best episode.
What was I gonna say? But yeah, so I've been watching that a lot.
I've never been a fan. Like I said, I don't know. Just hasn't called my attention. And then
I think what's also helping, not to cut you off, is watching that with my friends, with him, and on my own, because I wanted to get the trial for Paramount Plus just because they had the D&D movie and I really wanted to see it. So I was like, oh, okay, they have all. No, they don't. Not maybe it is now, but before it wasn't. Yeah. It was only on Paramount.
Oh, okay.
So then I figured, they have the Jersey Shore series, and we've been talking about we want to watch it. So I thought, this makes sense. Like, why not? And then I realized that they have all the Star Trek on Paramount. Paramount basically has all the Star Trek film or shows, and I'm watching, I think, the newer one.
Not the newest one. New Generation?
Not that one. This one is called Star Trek Discovery. It's the one before the new one. Mm-hmm. And they have I think 4 seasons of this one, and I watched it when I was with my friend Tamara at her place, and we got up to the last episode or second to last or something like that, and I never finished it, obviously, because stuff happened and we hadn't sat down to watch it. So now I'm rewatching it, the whole thing, and gonna keep going from where I left off. So it's pretty cool. Nice. I like it. So it's the complicatedness of fucking Star Trek, and then the brain dead behavior that is Jersey Shore. I think that's what's keeping me from going full I was gonna say,
I know from Discovery and New Generation, they have really life-giving messages. They get very philosophical in a lot of these episodes from that cool. season up. So it is cool. I'm not a Star Trek fan. I grew up watching Stargate with my dad. So I like those. So I watch I watch all of those.
Which is the other one? Battlestar Galactica?
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica, I think when they did the not remake, but reboot. I forget what they did, but they made it so where, reboot. Yeah, when we were kids, kind of remember that. I think it was on Fox or FX or something.
I think it was FX.
I think it's FX, but yeah, I was like, this seems super intense, and I'm not about that. My fucking watching Ben 10 and anime or some shit, looking ass playing video games. I was like, that shit looks crazy. I'm not down. Play Viva Pinata.
Viva Pinata went hard.
I never played it.
Viva Pinata was awesome.
I always wanted to.
You were a PlayStation kid, that's why.
Yeah.
I played that the living fuck out of that demo, and the shitty part is so I kept having to do the demo because I never had cash, because don't fucking give your kids single digit allowances, please. give them more money so they can understand the value of a dollar. If you don't give them enough, they're never going to really understand. And they're only going to understand like just constantly scraping by. I don't know, like saving never really hit in my head because I'm a child. That just didn't really click. I was like, oh my God, I have my own money and I'm just going to spend it. Sick.
I never got money as a kid.
Oh God.
Allowance,
yeah, no,
like that.
I did. And like just a normal allowance. And it was like, I was terrible at understanding the value of money.
I got a weekly, like in high school, I got a weekly allowance. My dad would just give me like, I think it was like $25 a week.
Same.
But it was like the equivalent of $5 a day. And then that was it.
I feel like that's understandable. I got $7 a week. That was mine. Wow. $1 per day. Yeah. I was like, okay. And I was fine. I mean, I did get like things that I wanted, but
like, what are you really going to spend on?
It's just, man, now that I'm thinking about like how it was back then, how it is now, I'm like, no wonder that I am the way that I am when it comes to like getting paid and shit.
If I ever got money, it's because like I straight up asked like, hey, can I just have like $5?
You also don't strike me as a kid who like asks his parents for a lot.
I don't, because I was like,
can I get $5?
You know,
that's cute.
Either that or it was because like I would stay after school and I'd just ask like, oh, can I have some money just so I could get some food before I have to go back to school. So yeah, those are the only times. But then after that, I don't know. It's just like I understood money, at least from a kid. What like as a kid, I was like, yeah. I always kind of knew that we weren't we weren't great, but we weren't dirt poor either. Thank God. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, I probably shouldn't ask for some of this stuff, or even just like ask for money when I realistically don't need it. I don't know. The thing,
I think that's why.
I was gonna say I heard like that's also a bad thing for kids to be too self-aware of like money situations. I'm just like I don't know. Like,
well, the reason why I was like adding on to what you're gonna say was like I think that's why like the three of us can atone to like we own a bunch of pointless stupid shit. A lot of it.
Oh my God, like, dude.
Dude.
Our spending habits online on our video games alone is an example of pointless, stupid shit.
Yeah. But
it gives happiness and a feeling of like, yes, but like, bro, you know the amount of money that we've all spent online can equal to like an actual down payment on some real shit. So it's like,
yeah. I mean,
am I gonna stop though?
No, because it's a hobby. It's our hobby. It's what we enjoy doing. But like I'm saying, like. I have fucking skate like $70-$80 worth, like each skateboard's like almost $100 that's hanging on my wall, you know, and it's like they're just there, like it's art. You know, like it is art, but that's
that is an investment. You can probably sell that later.
We justify our bullshit because we grew up.
Look what just happened.
Because we grew up with almost nothing. Like I was
that's true.
Like I was fortunate enough where it's like, yeah, my dad would give me $25 a week. But like it's not like he bought me the best of everything. Like I had my consoles growing up, sure. Like, but they would last me. I would make them last for as long as X amount. Like I remember at the Ring of Death, I looked up the internet and I found out how to fix it. And my shit was like fucking glued with pennies at that point. You know, it's like like I found my loopholes around it. So it's like, yeah, sure, I was fortunate. And I also I grew up in an apartment kid. Like my whole life. From the moment we were like in LA to out here, like I was an apartment kid. Like it's until like a few years now that I've lived in a house. But yeah, no, like I think that's why like we spend the way we spend because we can now afford what we want and we don't ask for it because realistically, I grew up never really asking for anything. Like if they got it for me, it's either because it was like they kind of like wanted to know what I wanted for my birthday or like Christmas. But even then, it was in like every birthday or every Christmas. It was like every here and there. I won't lie. You know?
There were times where I would ask for things, and I don't know. It was always my dad that would just kind of give in and just like, whatever, just give it to him. And I was like,
I think the most I ever asked for like was shoes.
I think we're the three layers of that. Like Steve barely ever asked. Richard didn't really ask, but did, and I did. I think that's Steve has his like side of the spectrum, and then Richard's kind of like in the middle, leaning more towards Steve's side, and then I'm kind of on the opposite side where I'm trying to put in a way where I'm not blasting my parents, but also putting it out there that they were not, I mean, young now, being my age, and like kind of what we're doing, and how things are with like in our group. I feel like we're still pretty young. We're still learning. We're still doing shit, you know, for the most part, especially just our living situations and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, putting that into perspective of when my parents had me and then what they were dealing with, it's like, okay, my parents were kind of like shopped and bought and around and spend money like as if we were well off. We weren't. So it like amassed a lot of debt, a lot of different like. Well, I think it was just actually, yeah, I think it was just debt. Yeah. And then that just threw everything in the loop. Fucking credit scores were terrible. I think there was something about a car. My dad ended up selling his Harley because of that.
Oh.
And then we ended up selling his badass red Jeep. And
I didn't even know he had a Harley.
Yeah, we needed cash. Yeah, he had a Harley, and he would pick me up from school.
That's
and
cool.
It was so cool. And then he would pick up Mikey every now and then. I remember when he stopped picking me up in middle school, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. He picked Mikey up, and I remember when I think I was in middle or high school, and I remember, I was like, you didn't even pick me up, and what the heck? I want to get picked up a motorcycle, but so I think, but that's where the money situation was, but we were still acting like we had like money to spend willy-nilly. So I got into the habit of just kind of like asking and not like expecting it, but I was okay with asking for things as I got older, because then I started to realize like the situation, what was going on. And then like when the big old, like, I think when the economy crashed again, and then people were getting let off or let go from their jobs and shit.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. The recession. Thank you. I was like, what was it? What's the name? But yeah, so my dad ended up getting laid off, and then my mom's school was getting less students because people were having, she worked at a private school. So people weren't having money to pay for tuitions and things of that sort. So it was really pulled back. So then I think I went from like having everything and want anything and basically getting anything to like nothing. And then basically we're just skirting by and going through it. Now we're good. We're pretty much good. But I think it was like just having all that, then doing the 180, and then now I'm like, I'm aware of my funds, but I don't like looking at them because it like stresses me out because of things that were out of my control. Actually, again, don't want to blast my parents or anything like that, but so now I'm having to like fix some shit because tell you guys, but I don't know. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. So it's like took a break where I wasn't really like paying attention to hardcore because I had enough money and I was okay. And then stuff happened. So now I don't have a lot of money, and it's like, I know big payments are going to be coming up. So I'm like, okay, all right. Like every check, I'm like, okay, good. Thank God. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. I was just trying to get back to that point where I'm like,
trying to get back on like just
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At the baseline, like a good baseline. So that's why. And it's funny because when I started like kind of getting into that space when I was working at GameStop, God, I had no money. I spent money like crazy, dude. It was fucking bad. I had less than what I have now, and this is stressing me out more than it was back then.
It's kind of crazy because like when we started Target, how much were we making at start?
Dude, our biggest checks, and I'm not even ashamed of saying it, our fattest check we ever had was like under $400.
Me too.
And that was because seasonal Black Friday.
No, actually, my biggest check was like 600, just because.
Yeah, same.
But that's because I put in 40 hours and what's it called? Both weeks, so 80 hours in total. And I asked for I asked our HR, or was she HR, Carla?
She was HR.
Yeah, basically. I asked her to throw in some of my vacation hours as like extra pay. I forgot why the fuck I was doing it, but I asked her to do it, and she did.
But she got more money.
Yeah, I got more money, and it was like $600 something. And I was like, that's the moment I realized I was like, Yo, I'm making shit here.
Yeah, no, the most I ever made was like I think like 5, and I remember because I was like, damn, like I was like I remember being so disappointed too because I was like, man, I busted my ass this week. Like these 2 weeks have been fucking like I was here, like I came in for extra shifts, I stayed longer, like I blah blah blah, and I looked, it was like 530 at most, and I was like, this is ass.
I was under the impression that like when I started working at GameStop, I was like, okay, cool. But you always hear about people like the pay shit. But I first job, so I was just super hyped. And I remember I was basically just working, and my parents instilled in me the idea of if they call you, you go in.
Oh yeah.
Because your availability is open. So you have to be available so that they keep you. Because I was a seasonal worker, and they were gonna keep only one person, and there was 6 of us motherfuckers. So I was like, all right, I'm Katniss. Y'all are fucking NPCs right now. And they ended up keeping me on. Katniss Everdeen, the girl on fire. I could do the braid, I think.
Oh.
But yeah, I remember working there, and then I remember like just coming home like they called me, but then they ended up like changing the schedule or whatever, and I stayed home, and I was just in my room, and I turned off my light because I didn't want to deal with an uncle that showed up.
Ugh.
And I was I was sitting there, and I had been waiting for my check, and it finally showed up because I hadn't set up like direct pay yet.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Oh, GameStop, isn't Lee working at GameStop now?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "How much did he get paid?" Because I guess they had opened it because my mom had it. I know, whatever, parents shit. And he told her the amount. I think it was like 200 something, like barely anything. And he was like, "Oh, he doesn't get paid a lot." And I remember I was in bed. I was like,
Yes, I do. Or
I thought, because I was like, why am I getting paid so low? What the hell? And
am I getting ripped off?
what the fuck? Nah, like I was like, why? Like so many things. Like, why are you reading my shit? Why am I making that much? Why is it that much? Like it was just everything that was going through my head. So yeah, I think by the end of it, the biggest paycheck that I got from that job was like 400, I think 400 something. And it was during the holiday season just because of all the hours. And I think, did I ever do a double? I feel like I did maybe one double, or not even a double. It was like, what do you call it? Where it's like almost a double. You go over like the standard 8 hours, but it's not like the full. I think I did like a full and then half of a double, because then somebody else came in and basically picked up the other half. And that was when I was working on the management team. But
12.
Basically.
Yeah. You want to know what's funny about all that? Is that I think like around those moments was like when I was like better at saving money.
Yeah.
Because I knew that it wasn't that much.
Yeah. Because
so that was my point.
No,
so that was my point, is that back then, like, we were making shit, but at the same time, I feel like I was smarter with my money, and I just wasn't spending as much, like, compared to nowadays, where we're in a better position, where we got better paychecks, or it's just like, where's all the fucking money going? I should be able to live off of $400, $500,
dude.
But where the fuck is the rest going?
Yeah,
I always think about this shit because it's like, okay, so when we were working at Target, like that's when I was dating one of my exes, right? And we would go out and eat. I would still like drive to her place. Obviously, I had to get gas. I'm like, how did I make $400 or $300 last for 2 weeks straight? I was like, I don't get it. And then obviously I switched over to T-Mobile. I made a shit ton of more money, and I started spending money I started making money that. But till this day, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have saved, because I have a bunch of stupid shit that I spent on it. Like, I don't regret it, but you know, it happened. Not just on myself, on other people too. And it's like, it is what it is. But I'm like, damn, how is it that I went from making shit money and saving? Because we were doing Disneyland like on a weekly base.
Yeah, I know. I remember back then I was still not really good with my cash, and I think that's when Steve had swapped, and you guys were telling me how much you were going, and I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, oh, we're going to Disneyland. And even in one of the podcast episodes, you guys mentioned how you would just be like, You
Yeah.
want to call out? Yeah, you want to go to Disneyland and call out?
Yeah, I don't get it. We're
But they
stupid.
call out at Disneyland, and I'm
Don't do
like,
that, by the way.
Yeah,
what
don't do
Oh,
that.
I remember thinking to myself like, where's your money? What are you guys
Yeah.
getting paid? What the fuck? What's happening?
So, and then, dude, I was like, I'm thinking about like, dude, I was paying for my pass and at the time my ex's pass.
Yeah, I remember
So I'm
that.
like, so my brain was like, dude, where the fuck is where? I'm like, now I'm like, where did my money go? But then I also think it's like, okay, I have the car note, I have the house payments, I have like my other shit. Like as I've gotten older, obviously more bills have came about.
Yeah.
But I've become shittier at saving because I'm like, so my brain's so into like, cool, pay your bills and what you got is what you got for you. Instead of what you got is for you, but put it in the savings. And you know, as the time's gone, I'm like I'm like slowly starting to like same thing, like finally getting out of the shit hole because I was drowning in bills. Now it's like, okay, cool. I'm like swimming now. I'm good. Like I'm in
Doing
there.
summer and summer fun.
It's not fun.
It's not fun when you don't properly prepare for it, and we did not properly prepare for it this year. We wanted to participate for hot boy summer, and we did. We
all did.
But we are also realizing, like, because I was gonna say to roll off what you said. If you're any minors in here, do not get older.
Wait, no, get older and have a very long longevity life.
Please, grow wise. Just learn.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to say.
Learn from our mistakes is what I'm saying.
Don't get older.
Christ,
Don't
dude.
get older.
It's a fucking trap.
Stop at
bro.
like 18.
Dude,
21.
stop at 21.
Then you can have fun for a little
because,
bit.
No, because that's the age that you're like, I want to have fun, but I'm working
21 is more expensive.
Yeah, but you're also you're making that $200 to $400 a week or every 2 weeks. Make it livable. You're doing
I think that's the 18 to 20 because you're not really spending. Keep in mind, you're spending already on dumb shit like like food, but you're not taking accountability of alcohol. Alcohol is like my biggest enemy.
Oh no, I did turn 21. I was working at GameStop.
I'm telling you, and then your money started depleting more. Why? Because you were out drinking more.
That is true. When I did before, I was
don't become alcoholics like us, guys.
Before my first real job was with my parents, and I was getting paid, but it was not like anything by any means. It was basically like a bigger what's the word I'm looking for? Allowance. It was a bigger allowance. That's all it really was. It was mainly to like help out the family and get the business going, get it off the ground. Sorry, just saw a little cobweb on my camera. Gross. And it was just to get it off the ground. So I was like, okay, I need to like get a real job. I'm actually working, like, it feels like I'm working like real part-time hours and I'm not getting paid part-time. So what the fuck? So yeah, so that's when the money kicked in because I had more than before. And again, just never really knew the value of a dollar. Really got it. So when I started working, I was like spending like I feel like just like my parents. So back in the day. So
okay, so now I have a question for each of you. Now that we're in the topic of money, what's the one thing that you spent a stupid amount of money at that you either still own? No, yeah, you still own that you bought, and until this day you're like, maybe I shouldn't have, but you're like, yeah, until this day I'm still like, there's still a gratification.
That's a good question. I don't know. Hold on.
This bitch right here, my fucking PlayStation 4 Pro, my dumb fucking ass. Because
that's
at
right,
the time,
you did get one.
So my PlayStation 4, the old one, the main one, broke down. Time. It's just what I think we had dropped it. It recently got pulled from like where it was standing, and I think we dropped it, and something happened with the hard drive, like the chip, something fucked up, so it wasn't really working. And I had my save files on here, specifically for Monster Hunter, and I love Monster Hunter. That was my shit. So, I couldn't. My last like cloud save was like 5 months ago or 6 months ago, at the beginning of the year, and I had nothing that I like worked really hard to get. So I spent money, a lot of money, because I thought I had a PC at the time, but nobody was playing it. These guys weren't on PC yet, and they were like really talking about doing it. I remember like saying like, don't do it. There's like nothing to do, because I didn't have any friends that were like readily available to play. Like these guys were on PlayStation, so I was like, okay, let me just get a PlayStation 4 Pro, because It's gonna run my games better. My old PS4 is taking too long loading these save files of the game, so I'll just get a Pro. And that was like $400 or some shit like that. And when it literally, I think 2 months after this, they both just shelled out like dumb money out of nowhere on PCs. And I was like, oh, okay. And just like that was the I haven't really I touched my PlayStation maybe like I can count it on one hand, no, two hands. Like how many times I've played it since. So that one kind of pisses me off a little bit.
In my defense, Richard got his, and I was like, "Fuck! No, I have to go get.
You know what's funny?
Get one."
No, about that true. Too is just that what's it called? Steve had been talking the whole time about how he was gonna build his, and I was like, a little bit later, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna build mine too. I ended up building mine first.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, because at the time I was like, okay, well, I don't have to get it now. I was like, we're still playing like on PlayStation. My older brother had just built his too. So he was the one who like pushed me into getting like, dude, switch over. I was like, okay, whatever. And like he, I remember we would all have this conversation, and then Richard was like, yeah, I already bought everything. I was like, wait, my PS4 just took a shit. I was like, hold up. I was like,
I think I was there for that conversation too. I remember that.
And like, I remember because I was like, well, I texted my brother. I was like, what do I need to get? I texted Richard. I was like, yo, when are you available? I straight was like, order, and then boom, just everything came in, and I was like, let's build this bitch. And then we hit up, and we're like, hey, we're on PC now.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. I like assumed we would still be playing on PlayStation. No, that didn't happen because we have a couple friends that still only play on their PlayStation 5s still. Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh, we're gonna be playing with them. No.
I don't know who you are no more.
No, I know. Like you got
looking at you, Derek.
Derek. Alex. Oh no, Alex has one.
Alex has a PC.
He didn't. I was gonna say he didn't transition at the same time, and I think at that point
transition correctly.
He didn't transition.
I had to help him over fucking the phone or some shit with his computer because it just took a shit.
If you guys have any technical issues, please hit up Richard. He's our
IT tech.
He's our group IT. Yeah.
And then I guess send it. I'll give you an invoice depending on what's wrong with it.
There you go. See, money. Now that we're older, that's all we think about.
Fix is free.
Hell no.
That's all. So that also circles back. That's all we think about is money nowadays. Like that's it. That's why I think it's. I don't know. I'd like to have rich people problems, not poor people problems. Just saying, that'd be cool. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind experiencing that. And then
I always wonder what are rich people problems? Because we obviously make a running joke about it.
The only ones that I ever hear is like depression a little bit, but because of like
cool over there
because you're lonely.
Well, loneliness, but it's like people that like you don't know if people are like truly your friends or if they're using you for money.
For your money,
right?
Yeah, I think I don't know.
That's kind of shitty.
I mean, I feel like that one's so solvable. Not gonna lie, that's pretty
just make online friends. Then no one can spend your money.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, just get into something new. These people clearly don't know you because they don't know your circle. You're not in that space, and be you. And if it doesn't work out, you have other problems to be worrying about than your fucking loneliness. I think it's your personality you might want to address. But
I don't know what else is honestly like. There's the whole tax shit, but it's just like, really,
Yeah, but you have taxes, but you're still like flying first class everywhere that you go. See,
I'm like,
me, that's rich people shit, and that might be maybe like poor mindset for some people, but to me, damn, I'd like to have that leg space, that leg room. I like some of those drinks.
I want one of those.
Shit.
I want to be on one of those planes that lets you like take a nap in there, like it turns into a bed. Yeah.
Oh, the pods,
that's what I want.
The JetBlue ones.
Oh my god! So my friend Marty, hit me up. Hi Marty. I don't think you watch these. If you do, because I'm pretty sure I'll mention this. Hi Marty, you beautiful English man.
British.
He's from the UK. I don't know. Is he British? I don't know. Marty, you're white and you're European. That's usually what I go with. He's European, but I haven't talked to him in a little bit. I texted him on Insta because I'm not gonna text for like international charters. I don't know if that's a thing still.
It is.
That's what I figured.
WhatsApp, bro.
I mean that see. So it's like, why not just use Insta? But so that's why I hit him up, and then we talk on the phone through there. And he has been saying he's been wanting me to go out to visit and to hang out, and he has like a guest room for me to crash and stuff like that. And I'm always like, oh, I'm down, but like it's kind of expensive.
I just need to make the money to fly out there.
Yeah,
I didn't have money to spend out there.
And the other thing is like, I really, really, really don't want to do those long ass flights and not have leg room. I will like, I don't know how I would handle like not like having leg room and then having to like interrupt other people in that flight. Like that would just trip me out. Like I would force myself to sit in my chair if I'm on the window or if I'm in the middle. I would never ever move unless somebody else is like already out of the way. Like I would just lock myself because I'm just so like uncomfortable and I don't want to make other people uncomfortable. I'd be like,
I think longer flight. I think people in longer flights understand that mindset, so everyone tries to like either accommodate each other or see like what works best for one another. Because everybody understands those are longer flights. Like short flights, it's like shut the fuck up, suck it up. You're gonna be here for like 40 minutes. Like nobody cares.
I just don't want to be the guy doing yoga in the middle of the aisle with the mom looking at me like I'm.
Did you see?
Yeah.
I forget what airline it is. I think it's like some Turkish one, but it's like they're gonna start they're gonna start implementing what's it called, adult only flights, or like basically like sections in the towards the back will be only for people that have kids and shit like that, and then the rest of it, the front of it, is all adults. And I don't know. I guess there's a door. How big is this flight? Huh?
How big is this flight? How big is this plane? I don't know. I'm curious.
I'm just saying that's what I saw, and I think they're doing it by the end of the month. But
American Airlines have like no space in them, so I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
That's probably going to be a very expensive flight because those are all preferred flights at that point.
They said it's like $50 for the 50 bucks more for the adult only seats. So I'm like, $50 extra just to not have annoying ass kids, on a flight. I'm down for that.
I might move to Turkey just to experience that. That sounds pretty nice. I remember my last flight by myself was when I was coming home from Michigan, and I think it was going there. One of the flights. I had to deal with like Australian gymnastics team.
Cool.
I don't know what the fuck.
What?
It was just a lot of crikey, just in different high pitched teenage girl tones. But they were just loud. They were really loud. They were obviously teenage girls. They weren't like super hype. Somebody was like almost gonna throw up. Somebody was freaking out. Somebody is being like loud. Somebody is like doing the routine, not in the aisle, but like on the chair or something. It's like, and it's just me about to be 30 at that point, and just push up against the wall, like, I'm gonna die here. I will die here.
Surrounded by Australian teenagers.
No. It was not the time. It was not the time.
Okay.
But yeah, that would have been nice. Adult only flight would have been perfect for that. But yeah, long flights I'd wanna do first class. And if I'm rich, I wouldn't have to worry about that.
I was gonna say, if you want legroom like without first class, just get one by the emergency exit.
Yep, and those are usually cheaper.
I was gonna say, aren't those usually like handicap?
No.
Nope.
Sometimes. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Those are just.
I see.
If anything, I think sometimes they are preferred seating, which is like an extra $20.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say there's preferred seating that has legroom.
It's not that bad. I think.
Yeah. I've seen preferred seating. Obviously it's the spots with more legroom, but
like, let's be honest with each other. We look at that when we're talking shit about, I wish I had more legroom and I wish I could be rich, but it's like realistically they're like $22 at most for that extra legroom. We look at that shit just like we look at like when you're ordering something and be like, what do you mean $8 for tax and shipping? Like, Nah, I'm gonna just suffer.
That's annoying.
So it's like it's just like we're just stupid and stingy about it. Like there's no argument behind it.
That is why I'm bitching about it, because it's like you could just not do that. Like if I wanted to like pay extra, I'd go for fucking first class. I don't want to pay extra for a goddamn seat that I'm like has the important job of pulling the lever to save us from a burning plane in the water. You know, like
paying me.
Like I know we're talking about like, oh, like there's gonna be like half of it's for the adults. We're gonna end up in the same aisle with the kids. Like, shut up. Like, we are not gonna shell out the extra money. Like, no, you would not.
It depends how long the flight is for that one. If it's long, yeah, no, I think I'm gonna shell out the extra bucks just to not deal with kids.
If you could justify it, yes, fair.
Yeah, that's a little intense because I'm worried like people are out maybe gonna go out of their way to go to the kids section because they're like, oh, I have a kid, somebody else is gonna have a kid, and we're just gonna like already assume that they're gonna cry, so they don't have to worry about getting judged by people that obviously don't want to be dealing with that. So yeah. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go to the place where people like that are gonna think to themselves, okay, if you're here, oh well, you know. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'd rather not. If the flight has that option, I think I would go with the adults only, even if it's like, I don't know, an aisle seat or something. I really just don't want to deal with little.
I also don't see it happening out here. People are gonna bitch and complain about something like that, so I don't see that happening. At least not here.
Yeah, true.
I was gonna say like the closest thing that we have to that right now is like the weddings and shit like that, where they say no kids.
Oh, adults only. No minors allowed. Yeah, like, I hate people that get upset about that. I think those people fucking suck.
Yeah.
What do you mean I can't bring my kids? They're perfect. I swear. Okay, but if I bring them, I have to make like an exception for everybody else. Like, you know, my kids.
Not only that,
like everybody else's. It'll be our little secrets. Like, no, it's fucking not. Stop putting me in this shitty position, you fucking weirdo. Yep. Don't bring your child. Get a sitter.
I was gonna say,
you need this more than I do.
I was gonna say I don't think it's much of that as much as that part. I think it's also like you also have to account for like, because in wedding venues, because like when I was helping my brother and sister-in-law like find a place and like try to do all this, you still have to account for seats. So it's like a kid still counts as an extra seat. So it's like even if they're not gonna eat, they count it as an extra plate. It's just a whole extra human being.
It's more money to involve your kids.
So I get why they also do that. Like besides that, it's like, yo, like we just want adults get fucked up, have fun, whatever, or you know, whatever it is that you people do at their weddings, because everyone's very different. It's like I think it's just more accountability, or like trying to save every little coin at that point, because weddings aren't cheap.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. If I ever get married and I have like a thing, it'll be like the ceremony. By all means, bring the kids. That would be cute, you know. And then we'll have like a little like barbecue afterwards or some shit, just for them to have like a thing. And then at night,
that's tough.
You better leave those little chamaco little dirt bags at home.
Chamacos.
That's tough.
Get even your drunk asses over here.
Even for the ceremony, I don't think I'd want them there, dude. Like, you know how many times like you look through through people's like marriage footage, and it's a fucking baby crying, kids running around in the hall and shit like that, and then
because the thing now is like the ceremony's immediate family, like fuck everybody else, like that's it, like it's just your parents, grandparents are still there, and that's it, you know.
I feel like because we're Latino, we got a lot of fucking family. There ain't no shot that these people are gonna like not want to bring them at least, or some part of it, some shit like that. Somebody always has an issue with this. I feel like at least bringing them to one part of it and then bring it over into like, because you know when everybody's done with the ceremony, there's always some hanger offers, some people that kind of linger around. So I figure that would be like a good point to just a good part to just curve it over to like, oh, and we have a little like tailgate. My dad has like a little grill and he's grilling hot dogs in the parking lot. We can hang out if you guys want for a little bit. The kids can have fun, and then afterwards they just drop them off at home, and then the parents can come out and get fucked up with me and my husband.
Okay.
I'm putting this out into the universe too. This will happen. This is me manifesting. She's a manifestation girly, a specific one. That has to be very specific, or it doesn't happen.
If I ever get
I wrote down in my manifestation book. I think it's
don't show it.
It's somewhere over there.
I don't think you're
it's under
supposed to
like a
show it
hat or
either.
You wrote your
something.
vowels?
Well, you mean you can't even see it? So
Well, but that's what I mean. I
Yeah,
don't think you're
that's
supposed
fine.
to show it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pick it up. Where is it actually? Oh, I see it.
Okay.
Wait, no, I don't see it. Wait, where is it?
Oh.
I'll look for it later.
Doesn't matter.
But I put in the book that I want my friend Beth, blah blah blah. I put like her full name to get this job, and then for her to be happy again because she was going through a tough time. And all of it came true. Not to say that it's not any part of her, but I wrote that down. And I told her about it, and we had like a little moment. It was cute. It was cute. But yeah.
Cute.
Sometimes positive energy and vibes is all you need. Do it on a full moon. Charge your crystals.
Anyway.
Can we
Someone
end
pull
this
the plug
here?
on this.
No, not yet. Anyway,
Damn it.
what's it called? Going back to millionaires really quick, and
You're
also
such
why
an
I brought up
ick.
fucking.
Did you know that some girls' icks is men carrying a water bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Oh, actually,
What?
I saw a girl talk
What?
about this shit, and it's just like, that's the kind of shit why men are so reserved, and as to like why they try not to show really any part of
Emotion
their
or
emotion, anything
or
that's seen feminine,
personality.
you know. Because and that's why
Straight women, I know you're not okay because I see what you're working with, but like, the fuck, Jesus Christ, that is, first of all, that's embarrassing to even have that as like an ick and secondly to be public about it. That's
I don't know, rude.
I don't get it.
I'm gay and shaking this water bottle at all you hetero women who are fucking weirdos. I would want someone that's like all about water as much as I am. That's awesome. Hydrated king. I bet your
Carry a
skin
hydro
looks
flask.
it looks pretty well. Okay, I think that is where I would draw the line because those bitches are big, they get heavy, and
I
they get
carry
in the
my
way
hydro flask
sometimes.
everywhere.
Yeah,
his
but,
isn't,
like-
his isn't like
Mine's
those
isn't
huge
massive.
ones.
It's a 32 ounce. It's two of those little water bottles put together. Yeah, that's a big bitch.
That's the shit you see with like construction workers carrying around.
And I go through that amount of water pretty much a day, so it's great. I should really be using it, but water just sitting around like that all day is kind of gross. Not gonna lie, it's not my thing.
Well, that's why the hydro flask is good because it stays cold the
Keeps
whole
it
time.
cold. I feel that
Not
bitch up.
sponsored, but we should be.
Yeah.
Hydro flask,
Anyway,
ding. But yeah, that's lame.
yeah, fuck
Fuck those
Fuck
icks.
those bitches. Anyway, I was trying to go back because it's a good thing that we talked about millionaires in a way, and I mentioned Dr. Mike, and then we just went off on a whole fucking tangent. Anyway,
Welcome to the podcast, Richard.
Dr. Mike is a YouTuber, but an actual doctor.
Mhm.
He was the one that fought iDubbbz in his charity boxing thing.
Okay.
But anyway, he has his own podcast, and basically he talks with people about their medical stuff and shit like that. And he had Steve-O on there. And
Okay.
I listened to it because I was like, yeah, I want to know how badly like Steve-O got fucked up, you know, because the shit that he's done and just
Dude, he was doing heroin at some point.
way more than just heroin, bro.
That's what I'm saying. No, like like one of the things, like he was like a fucking heroin addict.
Yeah. So anyway, I was listening to it, and as crazy and stupid Steve-O is, he's pretty fucking smart. And on top of that, I didn't know. Apparently, he grew up rich. Like
Oh,
he was, like his
Ew.
dad was like some really.
He grew up wealthy.
Yeah.
Ew.
Like famous
Why?
businessman or some shit.
it just because it makes me think the way he acted when he was younger. It just makes me think. Okay, so you acted like that because you were rich and you had nothing better to do, and you've already had like
Well,
all the
no.
like you just be stupid and
That
do
was-
dumb fuck shit because
that-
you're rich.
That was all his drug abuse and
No.
like his mental shit.
No. So I was listening to it, and I mean, some people probably have a little like problem with it, but basically, he said he just didn't. He never liked being the rich kid, and then people will be like, "Oh, that's whatever rich people problems or whatever the fuck," right? But
yeah, that's kind of
yeah,
a little bit.
because he just felt like weird in just a normal setting. Like he never wanted to be treated like a rich kid, essentially. So then that's why he left it, and he went on to do like, Jackass and all that shit. Because like, basically as a kid, all he did was like run around with a camera and just do dumb little shit or whatever the fuck. Like his whole like thing was just like learning how to film and edit like little fucking tape recorder back in the days. But anyway, yeah, he just started talking about like all of his stuff and like how he is now, and like he's a Buddhist or some shit apparently now.
Yeah.
Like
he's also vegan too, right?
I don't know about that.
Like he eats very
he's vegetarian,
like,
not vegan.
Vegetarian. Yeah.
But anyway, the whole thing is just like
he's sober.
Yeah, he sobered up. It was just
the man is very
crazy.
zen now, is what Rich was getting into.
Basically, my whole thing is like, I really wish that I kind of want to talk with him now, just because I'm really curious about like the rest of his life. So then I was like, and I wonder if or when we'll ever get to the point where we can have like big people like that guests, if we ever really wanted to, right? And I was just like, I think I would want him on it, but then I was like, who else? So I guess that's my main thing. Who would you want on the podcast if
Shia
we
LaBeouf.
ever? Oh.
Have you ever seen his interview with the guy? I always forget his name. The guy who came out in The Walking Dead, who was fucking Rick's wife.
Oh,
the Punisher.
Yeah,
yes.
the Punisher.
The Punisher. Yeah,
Fuck, I forget his name.
I don't know his name, but that's one of those are the roles I know him for.
Yeah. He had a very interesting podcast with Shia, and like it kind of like it made him cry. Like he was like in tears for him, just because like he went, like, obviously Shia LaBeouf went through like a really hard time in his life, and like he got very depressed, and he got like very, I think he to the point of like suicide type of thing. And it's like it got really dark, and like he starts crying and starts talking about his mom and like how a bunch of shit fucked him up, and obviously being a child actor wasn't great, and like just the expectations of him and like stuff like that as a child, like he never, like, it was just a bunch of things. But listening to him talk and like how he expresses himself and how he like carries himself now, it's like Shia LaBeouf is such an interesting fucking person. Like he's such a, like a humbled fucking guy. Like he walks down the street and like fucking in like somewhere in like a Sunset, like a regular fucking dude in shorts walking his dog, and people are like, "Yo, Shia LaBeouf." He's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And he just keeps walking, like minds his business, doesn't, like, like at the end of the day, like I think part of his podcast, if I remember right, he was just like, "I just want to be seen as a normal fucking person." He's like, that's why he like kind of disappeared, because he just wanted to be a regular person. Like he didn't want to live that life or like a glamour life type of thing, because he felt like none of that really suited him or fitted him.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, like he made that guy like just tear up, and then I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Like he went through a lot of shit as a kid. Like, so I would definitely would like to see him.
All right, Shia,
and talk to him.
Here's your open invitation. But anyway,
you're a neighbor.
Shia LaBeouf.
The beef.
I think I would want to meet or talk to, like, I think an internet personality, honestly. I don't know. I'm trying to think of stars. I don't really like, I don't really listen to a lot of star interviews. I mean, I kind of do, but I'm like, I'll watch it, but I'm not really consuming it in a way to, like, I don't know, that, like, I feel like I want to talk to someone that I feel like I would connect with, not someone that I like their work. You know, I don't know. I'm trying to think. So that's why I feel like an internet personality, like I would like, I think talking to like, see, and that's another thing. It's like, God, who do I realistically want to talk to that I think it's going to be a conversation where it's not just like an interview or like A is asking B questions to answer. I would like for it to be like an organic back and forth. Yeah. Cause then that, I feel like that translates better too.
Yeah.
When when somebody is watching it. So I'm trying to think of someone that has like similar energy, similar vibes. I can't really think of anybody, to be honest. Maybe Brittany Broski, just because I've been watching a decent amount of her stuff lately. I just think she's funny. She's kind of cool. Kombucha Girl. If you guys remember where she drinks it and she's like,
you know who she is.
No. Well,
no,
it's good.
You know who she is.
I mean, I probably have to watch it to remember, but yeah.
Have you seen anything from Cody Co? He did a podcast episode with her. That's another thing. So it would be like somebody that's like normal our age group almost. Like I don't really want to talk with anyone that's younger. Not that I'm like ageist, but I'm slightly prejudiced to people that are younger than me. I don't really want to talk to like have an elongated conversation unless I know that this person's like very like can bring something, you know. Because for the most part, I'm dealing with my own shit. And I don't really care. But
I look at
I don't know.
internet people as celebrities. Because they're a certain class of celebrities though.
Yeah. But yeah, even then, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I can't think of anyone. I say Brittany Broski because I recently watched her do like what's that, Mystery Kitchen or Mystery something, where they basically do, it's a segment where they do your last order, like what's your last supper, like what's your last request. I think your final request, is that what they call it, where when you're on death row and you're about to be killed.
Your final meal.
Your final meal, I guess. So they have that segment where they bring someone on, they're like, okay, give us your final meal, but go into hyper detail of it and like all these things, because she was talking about the process. And it was cool. It was really cool. There was a really cool like back and forth between her and the interviewer, and then like just the whole concept. Like it was cool. You know, the people, they were both like of similar personalities. So I was like, oh, so that's why when you asked, my brain's like, God, who can I vibe with like that? I don't know. Or it's to get close to that, because I want to have like a decent conversation that's either fun or I like care enough to listen and learn from this person. I can't really think of anyone, to be honest.
You know who I would think all of us would enjoy?
Who?
Joe Rogan.
No.
Really?
I don't know about that one.
Really? That's interesting.
No.
Why?
Hell no. I do not like Joe Rogan. I think he like with the whole like sorry to get political, but with the whole like vaccine shit, and then interviewing people that were doing like horse shit, like not horse tranks. It was some
horse
like,
medicine.
Oh yeah.
And then like just platforming people like that is super irresponsible and super fucking stupid, especially with the reach that he has. It's like, bro,
that's crazy, because he's so big and like in the space for a lot of
like,
things.
It's like, understand, like with great power comes great responsibilities. Don't bring fucking jackasses onto your podcast to spew what they're gonna say, because you have a big audience and somebody's gonna like listen to what they're saying and is gonna subscribe to the ideology for the most part.
You know what it is?
I don't know.
Like when he first started out, it was pretty. He was interesting. It was all pretty good, like for the most part.
I heard.
Right,
like, I heard early Joe was cool, because it was
a lot of shit early Joe.
Fucking the guy that did Midnight Gospel. What's the name of the dude? I think I would have a really cool existential conversation with him and talking about what we actually believe in, what's after death, because I feel like me and him might have similar beliefs on that. And that's what I would have fun with. Someone that I can talk to about crazy big shit like that, especially what's after death, because that's always interesting. I think that's somebody I would like to talk to, somebody with that kind of similar vibe.
So, but anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Joe was like started out all right, and then out of nowhere he just kind of got really a lot more political with his shit, and just I don't know. I just think that I wouldn't have shit to tell him, to be honest, or talk with him about. I would honestly just be like, oh hey, that's it. I don't know.
Duncan.
Huh?
Duncan Trussell. Duncan. Yeah, he's cool.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so you Joe Rogan?
For sure, I would. Another one I would be Joe Rogan. Shia LaBeouf for sure would be like 100%. Like if I had between both.
Why Joe Rogan though?
Just because, just the way like he carries a conversation. He's like I said, he's big. I guess because of the people I watch or I listen to, all have some sort of connection with Joe Rogan, and none of the people that I watch or listen to are pieces of shits. Like they're all very, like, I guess in a sense, somewhat influential and at the same time comical. Like in their space, because a lot of the people I watch are mainly like some comedians or like some like just people who
somebody that dabbles in comedy.
Yeah, or like is around that area. It's just like, and then like the conversations they've had, it's interesting. Like his perspective in a couple things, because obviously like this goes for anybody. Like people say like, oh, I'm only this sided, but it's like, or like if we're gonna go into the political side, like I've heard a lot of people be like, yeah, I still like even he said it. He's like, I'm still 100% on like the blue side. He's like, but there's some ideas on the red side that I would completely, I could agree with. Just It's just some asshole fucking saying it. He's like, so obviously I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'm going to go for you. Like, no, you're a piece of shit, but your idea is pretty great. You know, it just sucks that you're on that side. And it's like those conversations that he's had with people. It's not all like dumb shit or like stupid people. Like he's had some very interesting people on his podcast who have like real life things, or like they've gone through shit, or they like experienced type of things, and they get to share it. And it's like, that's cool. Like everybody knows him as just, you know, somebody who's on his podcast smoking weed and fucking getting high with his fucking his fucking interviewers. And like they're talking dumb shit, you know. And it's like the frogs, you know, the frogs in the water.
I think that's why I'd rather have talked to other people that have been on the show. Joe Rogan to me is just there, you know. He can carry a conversation, that's fine. But I don't know. I just don't think any of his opinions I really care about, or you know, anything like that.
That's fair.
So
I do like because I'm almost the same, not to like with what I said earlier, and obviously with the vibe that I give off, I'm not the type of person to shut off the other side's point of views of whatever I believe in or stand by. Like I'm all for listening to somebody else's point of view, why, and things of that sort. But with history, or you know, with past experiences, with like interacting with those people usually just is never positive. Most people don't like, I don't know, people that will listen to the other side, I feel like are rare and few in between for the most part, or at least they're not the most vocal, because they're just like, I don't know, give a shit, let me hear the other side, and then they're chill about it. So that's why you don't really get that point of view or those voices being heard as much. But I don't mind listening to other sides. That's why I do like that he does do that. But again, don't bring in some asshole that's gonna tell people to do fucking trank, or not fucking horse trank, fucking horse antibacteria pills or some shit like that. It's fucking weird.
Go kiss a frog.
The frogs are gay. The gays took the frogs. What's the name of that dude? The dude that got sued from the victims.
I brought him up too. I forgot what the fuck his name is.
I always forget his name.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Crazy.
We should.
Dumbass.
You know what? We should interview Alex Jones.
I don't feel like
that's what we should do.
Themselves.
Yeah, that'd be it. I wonder what would happen. I feel like that'd be funny. Not funny to like do it. Just the image of like,
it'd be an interesting
the three of us in our boxes, and then a box was just Alex Jones
just screaming, "The frogs are gay!"
Oh my god! He looks at me. He's looking at me like, "It's you." Like, what the fuck did I do?
He's been drinking the water.
he's been making out with the frogs.
He's been playing in the water. That's why the frogs are gay.
All right. We're out of here. All right. Thank you so much for listening. We're gonna head into final remarks / song recommendations, whatever you've been obsessed with for the last week. Or you know, whatever the fuck you want to talk about. So we'll start with Lee.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Hi. It's your boy BB Lee. BB Lee. Did it last time, and I was like, oh.
Same initials as.
When you get your BBL, think of me. Oh my god, BBL, BB Lee. When think of me, bitch.
Oh my
I don't have that. I don't have those kind of cheeks, but a hoe can dream. Trying to think of like, I guess, final words. Oh, if you're happy, you know, clap your hands. If you're struggling with your finances, don't worry. Everybody does. You'll get the hang of it. If you don't, ask for some help. Look up some like just basic entry level YouTube stuff. You know, just cause I don't know. I think weirdly enough, I like watching videos every now and then of people that get a paycheck and it's like cashed out, and they do like envelopes.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. I think it's actually pretty cool if I had the patience to do that. My ADHD wasn't like just a rampant goblin running through my brain. I think I could do that. That'd be really cool. So just, I don't know. It's nice to watch stuff like that. And I feel like it kind of gets your brain into like that kind of mindset. Just, I don't know, anything that can help you with your finances, because, you know, the world runs on money. Don't let anybody else sell you anything different. Love ain't going to pay the bills. But you know what is? That 100 that you could have gone by selling your feet pics. So that's my, you know, words of affirmation for you. As for recommendations, music is the first one's going to be Charger by Elio, Elio, featuring Charlie XCX.
Oh,
Huh?
That's not the vibe of the song whatsoever. It's very Charlie XCX. Not gonna lie, I think Elio is like the producer DJ or something like that, because the vocals are from Charlie. It's cute. It gives me like bubblegum pop, techno, or, you know, medium or whatever. I don't really know the vibe. It's just some white guy with a soundboard and a nice vocalist. I don't know. It's cute though. I like it. My friend Parkerish on Twitch, you guys should check him out, was playing it in his like Be Right Back screen, and I was like, yes. Maybe dance around. And then I think the next one, I don't know, did somebody recommend this one? I don't think so. It's One Thrill by Bay Faction.
One Thrill
by Bay Faction. I feel like somebody
just recommended it last pod.
Yeah.
Okay, thought so. This is good. It was good. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else, because I was like, I know the Charger one is new, but it's usually like 2 on the top. Yeah, I don't think I have any other music then.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I was like, what about this one? No. Yeah, I just have Charger, and I recommend also, you know, One Thrill. That was really cool. I was listening to those 2 today while I was working. And yeah, that's it for me.
Cool.
Anything else to recommend?
Jersey Shore.
Baldur's Gate and Star Trek and Jersey Shore. That's where my brain's at. That's Lee in a nutshell. D&D, trash
Just
TV,
vomit in your brain.
and I forgot what the other one was.
Fantasy nerd,
Jersey
sci-fi
Shore.
nerd,
Jersey Shore,
Jersey Queen.
sci-fi fantasy nerd.
dope. Anyway,
Bye.
Steve,
Are you
go.
okay?
No, Steve, go. You go next.
No final words except piggyback off of what Lee said. If you don't trust random people on the internet, and you have a bank account in your local bank, a lot of local banks have financial advisors as well. So, you know.
Yeah, but one of those guys is going to tell you that we did it already. He'll tell you to sell those feet pics.
True.
You guys can go to one of those too. Those are available for a lot of people too. I know, like, if you have Chase, they have it. So, you know, if you guys are interested or looking into that, just be smart with your money. Spend it wisely. Have fun with it still, but remember that you still got a long time to go in life, hopefully. So, you know, spend for fun, but save for the future. Obsession wise on a song, it's called Die Today by Earth Gang. And Spillage Village, I think. Yeah. I fucking love Earth Gang. I've way back in our, like, some of our earlier podcasts, I recommended some Earth Gang, but Earth Gang's always just fun to listen to. There's not one song they don't drop that's like, damn, this just smacks.
Earth Gang, hip hop duo Johnny Olu Ofan, what the fuck, Venus and Wow Great, formed in 2009 Atlanta, Georgia, and became known as Earth Gang. They grew up on the city's south side, an area also home to Outkast and Future.
That's a long bio.
That's all I'm reading.
Good.
So,
I was like, do not read the whole thing, please.
No. Yeah. But yeah, it's cool. I dig it. It's a good song.
That it?
Yeah. I vibe. Anything else?
That's it.
Oh,
Keep it short and sweet.
I do have one thing to recommend. I didn't know that they released a new album, but Icona Pop, they're back. The album's called Club Roman Tech. It's cute. It's Icona Pop for anybody that remembers Icona Pop. They're the what is it? I don't care.
Oh God.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
So if you like that kind of music, it's kind of like that, but just a little, little different. So yeah, it's cool. I like the first track, Fall in Love. But yeah, so I just thought I'd throw that one out there if anyone's interested.
Hey, pretty good.
Richard,
all right,
take
cool.
us out.
Anyway, I only have one thing to recommend, and funny enough, I listened to the song yesterday. I was like, this is a good song. It's called pretty popular. It's called Pink Lemonade by James Bay. I've never heard of him, but he has like 11 million listeners, and I was like, hey, he's pretty good.
Pink Lemonade?
Pink Lemonade by James.
I've seen the cover.
Yeah, I was like, I think I had heard the name. I don't know why. To me, his name gives off country vibes.
He was nominated for a Grammy?
I guess so. But I was listening
to
it.
In 2015?
Like, good.
Well, yeah. James Bay. We've already seen many sides of James Bay. There was a Grammy Award nominated troubadour with dusty acoustic anthems of heartbreak in the 2015's Chaos and Calm. And his sound has evolved since then with different genres and era of music. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm paraphrasing. This is pretty long too.
Yeah. He came out on The Voice.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he had a duet.
Did he win?
No.
The people that win never. Well, except for the rare.
He did it with Alicia Keys.
But
this is a dope song.
The ones that always finish in like the top 10 do
nice.
the best.
Yeah, I just randomly heard it.
This is a cool song.
And I was like, wait, it's actually really good. Anyway, go listen to that. That's all I have. And then parting words.
It has 42 million plays. How the fuck have we not heard
that's
this
what
song
I'm saying.
before? The hell? 2018. Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry.
What's it called? Thank you so much for listening. Have a good one. Piggybacking off, just financial hardship. It can happen a lot for some people, so just you right through it. Usually gets better. It always somehow does. But anyway, thank you so much for listening. Remember to like, share, leave a comment, letting us know your thoughts. And yeah, like I said, we're on YouTube, Spotify, and TikTok now. So go follow us everywhere and share us. But yeah, have a good one. Stay safe. We love you guys. We'll see you next week.
Is
that your lighter?
Yeah.
Did you like flick that shit on?
Crackhead lighter?
It's not even a big.
It says flourish.
Yeah, troubling times. Troubling times.
And there's little tigers on it.
The day I see you using a crackhead lighter, I'm like, yo, he's financially in trouble.
Oh no. Hold up.
No.
or using a fucking birthday candle lighter. No, Bics don't count. Bics are like the legit ones. I
feel like the color alone makes it like a crackhead one.
Did you remove the little safety thing off of it?
Bitch. What's the safety thing?
You have to remove the little seal so like it just like the flame just goes out.
What the fuck? This is stuck. Sorry, bye guys. I didn't click end yet.
Me neither. Bye.